Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. I hope you had a great week. I missed you while I was in Washington, D.C., and I look forward to hearing how your week went. One of the things I'm most excited to look at are the feedback forms that you filled out on Wednesday. Do not have them in my hands quite yet, but I will, once I get them back from Garrett, I will go over those and report to you what I learned and what kind of changes I will make to the class to make your learning experience more positive. So I thank you for the feedback that you provided, and I look forward to reading those. I also have your logic models from last week, and I'm a little bit behind on inputting your grades, but what I will be doing with the logic models for your programs from last week is giving each group some pretty substantial feedback so that you can use that feedback this week to adapt your logic model. So let me talk a little bit about this week. Okay, the schedule for this week. Today we will, I have lots of announcements, but we'll also be unpacking a new concept that is called the situated activity system. Sounds scary and technical, but it's not. There are 6 elements in this system, and those are the elements that you will be using to design the activities of your program plan. Okay. Wednesday, Denise will be with us in class, and she will be presenting your resources. Your budget, your personnel, your marketing, your space, some of the nuts and bolts that will be going into the inputs box of your logic model. Okay, so this week we're really talking about the activities box as well as the inputs box. Okay, Fridays Out and About will have 2 major components. One is I would like you to get together with your group and use the feedback that you get on your logic model. I'll be giving you that feedback by Wednesday. Get together with your group to adapt your logic model. Okay, we're going to be doing a lot this week that will help you build the activities box and the inputs box of your logic model, as well as incorporate any feedback I give you. So that is part 1 of your Friday Out and About, will be to go back to the logic model that you started last week and to edit it using the feedback and the information we get this week. After you have done that, I would also like you to meet with me. So Wednesday I will do a sign up for about 6-minute group meetings. Okay, and I will make time available most of Friday. So there will be a little bit of flexibility. But every group will come and meet with me, and that will be our program plan check-in. We'll talk about your logic model, your program concept. We'll also talk about the group to make sure that we're all on the same page and make a plan for moving forward. So your Friday Out and About, again, will be adapting your logic model, which you will turn in for quick write credit, and you will meet with me as a group. So just a quick team check-in. It's a lot easier to do that out of class than in class. So that is this week in a nutshell. Your content this week focuses on this concept of the situated activity system. There are 2 readings. One is out of a textbook, and then the other is very, very short. It's only 2 pages, and it gives you the 6 elements of the situated activity system again, but it also talks about this theory that sort of is the foundation for those 6 elements of the situated activity system. And that theory is really, really neat. It's called symbolic interaction theory, developed by a guy named Erving Goffman. And I really like this theory, but you know, I'm not normal and I like theories in general. But I think you'll find it's interesting. In fact, I do have a short video I might upload about the theory as well, so if you're interested in learning a bit more. But the gist of the theory, and I explain it now because it's going to be a little complicated, is that we are all people, actors on the stage of life. Okay, so there's a big metaphor going on here about the stage. And the idea here is that at some times in our life, we are on stage. And when we are on stage, we are actively trying to portray ourselves in certain ways. Okay? Like when I'm teaching to you, I might be trying to portray myself as knowledgeable. Might be a big act sometimes, but that's what I do as a teacher because that is my identity and my role. When you are on stage, you might be trying to portray yourself to others in other ways, as a really smart person, a really fun person, a really athletic person. The idea is that we have different identities, different costumes that we wear, that we use so that other people see us in the ways that we want them to. That's called impression management. Okay? So Erving Goffman claims that, in different situations in life, we are on this stage. Now, he also claims that there are situations in life when we are off stage. And those are situations where we might be alone or might be with people who we don't feel like we need to manage our impressions with. And when we're off stage, we are far more likely to be our authentic selves and not be trying to put on a costume or act in a certain way. Now, there's lots more to the metaphor. Okay, Erving Goffman will talk about the script, and we'll talk about the curtain and the props and all the different pieces that are in this metaphor of life. But it's all very interesting, and I think it forms a nice foundation for us to be thinking about the actual activities. So that is your content for this week. Speaking of activities, one last thing in our video. As you start to think about your activities for your program, I want you to think about 3 activities. So your logic model box for activities will have 3 activities in it. These 3 activities comprise your program. The 3 activities will be outlined in the logic model given the 6 elements of the situated activity system. So we'll talk about this in class, so it'll make more sense then, but keep in mind that you will be identifying 3 activities for your program. All right, that's all the notes I have. I'll see you in class. Bye.